What I love about you too, Rachel, is that you and I are very much guys, girls. The way you held yourself on the Jackass stuff, I was like, there's no way they're going to find a female comic who can.
Were you intimidated to do it?
I mean, yeah, obviously, because I was like, oh, I hope they don't want me to put stuff up my butthole. That was like my main thing.
Did you lead with that? Did you go, I don't want stuff up my butthole?
Well, that was like when I told my parents, I was like, listen, you know, the Jackass guys called me and you know what they do, right? So I was like, Mom and Dad, this is an investment in my future. So whatever they're going to have me do, I'm down.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly...
But I won't give up my butthole.
No, because they knew I was a comic.
Yeah.
And so, like, if they wanted someone to put stuff up their butthole, there's a whole world of people that could choose from. So, yeah, I think it worked out.
I think puking and butthole would be my limits. I don't want to puke.
I could puke.
Yeah, I think you did puke. Almost, right?
No, I have strong gag reflexes. It was everyone around me who was puking.
Yeah.
All the men.
Butt stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Nadav wanted to know, what was it like being the first Jew, it says here?
Actually, well, Spike Jonze is Jewish.
Okay.
So, I mean... I think, I feel like I'm representing the tribe well. Like, you know, Jewish moms don't really like when their sons and daughters hurt themselves.
Sure.
So I just think, I'm doing it for the culture.
Sure.
You know, for the tribe.
I felt like it was, you know, going into that movie, I was like, oh, you know, I'm excited to see this. I grew up with the Jackass guys. And I was like, I wonder what it would be like to have the new faces, of which you were one of the new faces on it. And it was like perfect.
Yeah,
you guys, they carried that torch so well.
Oh, well, I mean, you can imagine what that casting must have been like, because it's still Paramount. So they went through, they had a huge list of people that they would want to cast, and then they went through all of their social medias, and some people didn't even make it through that round.
Wow.
And then, because, you know, they're very serious. All these studios and stuff, they're going to search through everything now, because they don't want to invest in someone who, like, you know, said the N-word or something.
has a bunch of Nazi memorabilia.
Or something, right? Any of the N-words. In fact, you can't even say anything. They don't really want to invest in that, I don't think. So, they do like a very thorough search. Even when I was like, I just did a couple episodes of Ridiculousness, and that they did a background check. They asked me for my MySpace login. I was like, what? I don't even
login.
Yeah,
can we get your login?
I was like, I don't even know the password. Like the email that I used for that got hacked by pornographers.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't even have access to that account.
That's ridiculous.
That's wild, dude.
So they searched through everything.
What was the experience like when the movie came out, though? Because it was like people loved the movie. Like, how did your personal life change?
The movie, it kept getting pushed back, actually. So like Jackass was probably one of the first test movies that they were trying to get back, like see how it would bring back people to theaters. Because obviously if you're a Jackass fan, you don't give a fuck about, you know, catching COVID at the theater.
No way. No.
That's something that statistically has been proven.
That's the least of your problems.
You're like, I don't give a shit.
They're walking in with shit, like, you know? Yeah. So I think like that was, they kept pushing it back, and that was frustrating, but at the same time, we got extra promotion for the movie. So when they finally did release it, which was February, I think, you know, it was great. It brought people back to theaters. You know, I mean, it was still COVID. Like, I think Tremaine and Steve-O weren't able to come because they had COVID. And like now, I mean, it's just crazy how we went from that to like nothing now.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I fantasize about like what would have happened if like Jackass would have came out, you know, if the pandemic didn't happen. Because when we started shooting Jackass, it was before the pandemic. It was before COVID. So they had all these plans. We were supposed to go to all these places. They had a ton of ideas for me, but when COVID hit, everything had to get readjusted. And even like how they release it. So yeah, I mean, it was great. But I think even if they waited maybe 2 months more, it would have even have been like more huge. Yeah.
Ooh, mommy, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have more fun? Click around. Click here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Look, try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out. Be her.